Hey guys, I'm back. So I was taken in the entertainment scene of Jamaica. I was paying attention to some drama that is going on here. Some really heated drama. Like, I've always heard about this girl, Drezell. She is what they call a socialite. And I've never, followed her or followed her stuff. I would see some videos from her. I think I follow her, but not follow her lifestyle and who she dates and all of that. But there's some drama between her and Chad, and Urban Reporter is in the center of it. She's bringing all the tea. And it's just interesting to me to see how people are reacting to it and stuff. I'm just paying attention. That's it. They're saying Drezell is like Jamaica's Lori Harvey. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't know if it is because I don't keep up with her much, but I don't know if she is. Well, let's talk about Halle and DDG. Let's talk about the drama that we have going on here. Ooh, guys, as I said, DDG. Did you guys saw that interview that Drizzy did with Bishop TD Jakes? Oh my God. When I tell you, you couldn't want anything more to know that Jizzy is like, he's letting people know, like, rest assured, I was a good husband. So I can't wait to hear his story. I think we're going to get it in a book in the next couple of years. We may get it in a book as to what actually led him to file for divorce from Jeannie Mai. I think, as I've always said, and I don't see what is going to change my stance on that, because I listen to the experts. I listen to the psychologists, the psychiatrists. I listened to the attorney. And when men are forced to file for divorce, it's really bad. It means that they're either being physically abused or emotionally abused. And with Jizzy, I believe he was being emotionally abused with Jeannie Mai. I believe Jeannie Mai was just like a fashion cover, a storefront. Everything on social media, she painted it to be picture perfect, but I believe she was just doing the most verbally when it comes to that man. And, you can't abuse a man verbally. A man like Jizzy, verbally, he's going to take it for a bit, and then he's going to sit down one day and look back at all those words and decide that that's it. He's out of there. And I believe that is what happened between them. I believe that the words of Jeannie Mai was too brutal for him to deal with. I don't think it was any cheating or anything like that. But anywho, DDG and Halle. Now, I did a video because, oh man, I tell you, like, you guys don't read question marks. Why? I don't get it. Question marks are a vital part of the English vocabulary. They mean something. So, I did a video talking about this, as Halle gone back to DDG? Question mark. In that video, I was, reacting to someone that I later discovered had a YouTube channel, and the person came over to my channel with the intention of starting some beef, hoping that then I would have some back and forth on the internet, like, bitch, please. Not me. I'm too nice for that. That's a crab in a barrel behavior. That's a crab in a barrel mentality. I've seen people doing it on here with me, and the queen that I am, I wouldn't like, I'm going to look at you like garbage. You know you're a human being, because I don't see why I should be going back and forth with another YouTuber over topics that you did not create nor originate or any shit like that. Like, bitch, please. So I blocked that person. No, I did a video and I said, Halle will never go back to DDG. And I made it clear, because people are saying, oh, you should not put both of them photos together. You should not use their name in a sentence. And I'm like, what? Like, that is just one of the highest levels of mental slavery there is. And I'm like, what does that do? And I saw the same behavior. When people behave like that, they are trust and believe they're mentally unwell. That shit needs to be institutionalized unwell. I've seen people on my channel who used to behave like that with Kanye and Bianca saying, don't show pictures of Kim and Kanye. They're not together again and that's disrespectful to his wife. And I'm like, those pictures are all over the internet. Even Kim still has them on her Instagram page. What do you mean? A picture of two people. How does that make them intimate, People, like Candace Owens once said, there are far too many people out here walking up and down who should be in a mental institution, and it's so true. Some of y'all should not be on the internet. Some of y'all should be in an institution, a self-hugging jacket institution, because the things some of y'all say are just wild. So, they've been disrespecting Halle since then, saying, oh, why would DDG go back to her? Typical behavior. And who's saying this? The men. Typical behavior of the men when they can't get a woman. She's nothing. She's not that. She's not important. She's not this. She's not that. She's all that and more than a bag of chips. Halle is winning. She keeps winning and she keeps upgrading. She keeps uplifting herself. She keeps climbing the ladder of success. She has been gaining more success. She has been gaining a lot more respect, a lot more recognition, because normally when young girls are in a toxic cycle, they consciously choose to get trapped in the toxic cycle. And Halle realized that, I don't think many people understand, how powerful what she did is, because just think about it. She got pregnant. The guy was not good to her during the pregnancy, and you can see from the text messages that he tried to use against her. He was never good to her during the pregnancy. And she kept asking him, why are you doing this to me? Knowing that she was in her vulnerable state. Do you know that pregnancy? Do you know how they say every day you come in contact with 100 ways to die? Whenever a woman is pregnant, multiply that times 100. Multiply that times 100. That's 1,000. She could have lost her hearing. She could have lost her eyesight. She could have lost all her teeth. She could have lost so much. People get pregnant, breastfeed, and they end up with metastasis and all sort of stuff. So when a woman is pregnant, you treat her good, and especially that was her first pregnancy, a pregnancy where she should have been at peace. She should have been at complete bliss, and he was just being a bitch ass. That's what he was being to her. And then after she gave birth, things weren't working out. She tried to hold on to save face and for her child, and it didn't work. And she realized that, hey, I don't need this. She realized that she didn't need any of that. She realized that what was going on there was, not progressive to her and her child's development. And she thought of the best way possible to get a resolution. She tried to do it peacefully, but the guy was not respecting her boundaries. And if he wasn't respecting her boundaries, what else was she supposed to do? She got the law involved and she got a restraining order. And even though she got the restraining order against him, she came up with terms and conditions for them to co-parent peacefully and respectfully. And he was like, hell no, I'm taking you to court. And he took her to court. And at the end of it all, he had to beg her and go back to the original terms and conditions that she had outlined. He was like, okay, what you're offering me is better than what the court is offering me. And he took it. Eventually took it. So at the end of the day, Halle's too good for DDG. Halle was just too good. Yep. Halle was too good for DDG. And the internet said it. The internet told her from the get-go. And we know, when the internet speaks about relationship, I've never seen them to be wrong. They told Cardi B about Offset. She didn't listen. Everything worked out exactly as the internet said it would with Offset. Now they're telling her about Stefan Diggs. They're begging Stefan Diggs, oh, please do right by her. Please don't cheat on her. Please don't leave her. Even though we can see that you've been cheating and you're gonna do it, but don't do it. You can't tell a man not to do what he is. Stefan Diggs is a cheater. He's a chronic cheat. He's a serial cheater. Cardi B says she doesn't mind sharing, it's just how he goes about it. And she's talking about girls trying to be all up in her face. Practically every week, Cardi B talks about the women who are in her relationship. Practically every week. But maybe people are not paying attention to what she's saying. So you know that relationship is already over. It was over before it began. The internet has been saying it. She knows it. She's just in denial, but for how long will she be in denial for? So the point is, every time the internet speaks about a relationship not being healthy for the female, every time the woman tells the men that that woman is just about to use you, that woman means you no good, and the man doesn't listen, the relationship turns out exactly as the internet says. The internet told Halle that she was too good for DDG. DDG was using her for a come up. He was, trying to trap her. And that's exactly what he was doing. And now she has moved on. She's at all the red carpet events, either solo or with her new man, Mr. Scott Bridgeway, someone who understands her work environment, someone who understands what comes with the hustle and bustle of being an artist. Just imagine the perfect synergy between those two. So people saying DDG doesn't want her, it's not that he doesn't want her. She's officially out of his league. He is her past. And that's just the way it is. It's not as though he doesn't want her. What has he done better than her since she has moved on? Absolutely nothing. What red carpet event has he been on since she has left? None. Besides Streamers Award recently, and it was like he wasn't even there. He was there, but he wasn't there. Without Halle, DDG's relevance is going out the window. And do not be surprised if you see DDG coming back on the internet. Give him 3 months. Save this video. Timestamp it too. We're somewhere about in the 13th minute. Timestamp it. He's going to be coming back on the internet saying something indicative of her just to get some clout. She's going to have to deal with that until she goes back to the cease and desist if she wants to. But why give him anything? So to the crazies who are saying, oh, DDG doesn't want her, why would he go back to her? Why would she go back to him? Who was searching whose bed? She has never searched his bed. Absolutely not. So who's the obsessed one? Who leveled up? Halle, whose name is no longer being dragged through these internet streets for filth. Halle. So who leveled up? Yeah, Halle leveled up, not DDG. He can go through a tantrum to his mom. He can definitely go through a tantrum to his mom. That's what he's accustomed to. And as that little boy gets older, he's going to want to have nothing to do with DDG. Mark this again. As Halo gets older, he's not going to want to have anything to do with his father or that side of the family, because they're just too ghetto, just too toxic, just too messy. Like, it's going to be so peaceful on Halle's side that Halo is not going to want to have anything to do with DDG, nor his mom. And Halo is going to ask Halle, what did you see in that guy, Mom? What did you see in that? You know? Halo is going to be like, I can't believe that's my father. What happened to you, Mommy? What were you going through? A phase? Yeah, bookmark this video. Remember, I told you so. And time flies. It really, really does fly. So do not be surprised. Just don't be surprised, okay? But anywho, that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. Let me know what's your take, and we're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.